neighborhood.
I think people are going to have a different attitude about this with all this defund the police talk. I really do. And the looting and and not only that, but here in Santa Monica, they have police, right?
Yeah.
The police are there, and they were told to stand down. They were told to stand there while people are looting.
I think another thing too, I think there is a semantics issue going on with the defund the police, at least from what I'm seeing. Because initially when I heard about the defund the police, I'm like, what the hell are y'all talking about? Like, we can't be this stupid. I guess there is a segment. It's even within the defund the police, there are different sects. There are the people who are like, no, we just need to reallocate certain portions of the funding for police in different places. And then there are people who are like, no, we just need to absolve all police, take away the funding, and get rid of them.
Those people are out of their fucking minds.
But here's the funny thing about that. Let's take what's going on in Seattle, right?
Yeah.
In Chaz.
Yeah.
How fast do we realize within a blink of an eye that crime is going to happen? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what type of utopia you think you're going to establish. There are going to be messed up people.
Well, someone got shot there yesterday.
And from what I hear, it was pretty much a hit.
Was it?
I think not the one from yesterday, but the one before that, because there was another shooting.
Oh, God.
And apparently it seemed like it was a hit. Like they were looking for this person and they went to kill them. And I'm like, Chaz was supposed to be this utopia.
Right.
No cops,
right.
No money, all of it. And within a blink of an eye, what do you have?
Well, no,
Lord of the Flies.
They also don't have hospitals in Chaz, right? Like, what are you going to do if someone does get shot? I mean,
well, apparently somebody bled out because
the cops probably don't want to go in there.
Yeah, well, they wouldn't let him in.
Oh, God.
From what I saw, yeah. And
this is not going to end well, folks.
It's not.
It's not going to end well. The way to handle this, in my opinion, is to fix the current structure, to do it in a logical way that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's not to take everything down. So to take this back to what you were saying about Black Lives Matter, don't you think there's probably people in Black Lives Matter who don't have these sort of Marxist ideas?
Yes.
They just don't want black people getting shot by cops.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
The sentiment of Black Lives Matter, I am all for it. I'm all for it. The organization, though, that's the problem I have, because they're essentially the leadership of this.
So you think that the leadership has
I think they have ulterior
like a
motives.
secret motive that the people that are involved, that are doing all the groundwork, probably aren't even aware of?
No, they're not. And I did a whole video about it.
Yeah.
Because I remember Black Lives Matter, and it was a video I did, I think, 2 years ago. And this is when I was with the NRA, and Black Lives Matter was attacking the NRA, basically saying that they don't really care about black gun ownership, so forth and so on. It was like an attack piece. And I think it was the branch of Black Lives Matter that's here in LA, actually. And so I did a response video, and it was like a 15, 20-minute video. And I broke it down systematically. I'm like, all right, well, okay, we started off with Black Lives Matter because of police brutality. Cool, I'm all for it. But what has happened now? All of a sudden they get this massive wave of funding, and their whole direction shifts into some other stuff that I have no idea what it has to do with anything.
Like what?
With respect to, now it's become this kind of like all-encompassing umbrella of LGBTQ and some other stuff, but then and then even aspects of, I guess, I don't want to say Antifa is under the umbrella, but the whole Marxist kind of communist socialist aspects of politics kind of creeping into that as well. And then when you couple that with the idea that you have the actual founders saying that they're trained in Marxism, and then you have what you see now playing out, where you have these very peaceful protests being co-opted by violent people who are now just engaging in rioting and looting and then branding it Black Lives Matter. They're wolves hiding amongst sheep.
I think there's a bunch of things happening at the same time, and I think when it comes to the rioting and looting, I think there's a lot of just opportunists.
No, absolutely.
I don't think they're necessarily that organized.
Some of it is organized.
Some of it
I do
maybe,
believe that, and then
maybe.
I do, and you're right, because there was, like for instance, in Dallas, one of the coffee shops that I go to all the time, he was telling me, he was like, all the windows were broken out. And really, he was like, they really was just a bunch of kids just running around taking advantage of the chaos and just kind of breaking windows.
You have to take into consideration these kids haven't worked in 3 months.
Yeah.
They're probably broke as fuck and looking for free shit.
Yep.
There's a ton of them. And there's just opportunists, man. You saw that in New York for sure.
Yeah,
in New York,
absolutely. I'm pretty sure y'all had that here too.
Yeah, for sure. But the crazy thing about New York is a lot of it was apartment buildings filming down on the streets because, in New York, everyone's in
high rises. Yeah.
So they're filming. There's so many videos of people filming on the streets while all this madness is going. There's one crazy video where all these people are breaking into shit and this guy runs in the street and another guy hits him with a car and he goes flying through the air and the car takes off. Jesus. Bro, it's mad. And then they're just smashing through Soho and breaking into art galleries and stealing everything and like it's nuts, man.
But it poses a question. When you have chaos, you inevitably will get destruction.
Yes.
That's what happens, which is why you need structure.